The next Fed meeting that will decide whether we get a rate cut or not is on December 9th and 10th, and I looked at what top economists are saying heading into it. Right now, the consensus is shifting dramatically toward a cut. After the October meeting, Powell said a cut was far from a foregone conclusion, and expectations dropped to basically a coin flip. But in the last week of November, prediction markets and economists pushed the odds up to 70 to 85%, driven by a wave of dovish signals from Powell's closest allies. Bulls argue the risk of keeping policy too tight now is greater than the risk of cutting too early. Inflation is moving toward the Fed's 2% goal, the labor market is cooling, and monetary policy works with a lag. So they say the Fed should ease before a slowdown becomes a recession. And one of the clearest signals came from New York's Fed President John Williams, who said we're in a good place to consider adjustments in the near term as inflation continues to come down. Hawks say inflation is still too sticky, especially in services and housing, and cutting early risks a second wave that would be much harder to fix later. They also argue the Fed is missing key data due to government report delays, so moving now would be guesswork. And Fed Governor Christopher Waller made it clear, I need to see more progress before supporting any reduction in the policy rate. So heading into December 9th and 10th, it comes down to one question. Do they trust the signals or do they wait for clarity? Because historically, the messaging before the meeting ends up telling you more than the meeting itself.